Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And I said I might be a little bit late tonight. We was only 2 minutes late from the scheduled time, I believe. And reasonably caught up on basketball. Don't give me any spoilers or anything. I still got I'm sure, at least a couple of games left to watch. I just got done watching NC State and Oakland. At least somebody had to show Kentucky how to beat Oakland, and they barely did. Oakland put up a hell of a fight. They definitely don't have anything to be ashamed of. They did a marvelous job. I don't know if I'll have any help in here tonight or not. Of course, Coltrane, you never know what the hell he's doing or if he has quit. I mean, I think he showed up in protest the last show we did, so we will see if he makes it tonight. Let me adjust the screen down so the sponsors can actually see their logos. And matter of fact, I will be joining in my good friends at Popeyes tomorrow. And I think Main Event is going to be coming back on as a sponsor real soon. He's back in doing full business again. He had to take a little time off there for a while. So I might need to find 2 more sponsors so we can go back to 6 banners again. But we're going to be going out and visiting our good friends at Main Event real soon. My friend at Popeyes went to Main Event yesterday, and then he got the royal treatment while he was out there because our sponsors kind of treat each other good. So we appreciate that. And myself and an old wrestling friend of mine and a relative of mine and then my old wrestling friend's wife are going to be going to Popeyes tomorrow at an undetermined time so we can eat in peace and quiet, the autograph seekers. I remember one time we had one. God damn, that was scary. I was just throwing up the picture. I don't think I really need that on. We can turn that off, can't we? There we go. I was just preparing, in case you didn't know what brand the TV was, now. And now somebody's going to have to say something, or this is going to be a real short show because there's lots of shit for me to watch on television tonight, including some college hoops. Couple of little projects out there. Ruby May is hoping that we can raise her a little money so she can go home for school tomorrow. It is Sunday at 10 a.m. there. She was hoping to be able to head out around 2 or 3 p.m. so she can go back to her grandmother's. She needs about 500 pesos to get home. What home is her grandmother's now because that's where she goes to school. Can you all talk, or is something wrong? Because it's not like nobody to say anything. I know we're so there we go. Bob is washing his hair. He better wash his hair. He's going to try and compete with me. And this is unwashed hair, by the way. I don't know when the fuck I did it last. Probably when I got my hair cut. When did I do that? Thursday? Yeah, I think Thursday. I only wash my hair normally twice a week. Now, when I was a teenager, it was every day. Every little strand had to be perfect. And I even went back and looked at a show I did in 1999. I've sent some of you the video. Dying at Stash. Isn't that a shame that you don't want to take what the good Lord gave you? And Bob's a Bible thumper. He lives down there in the big state of Texas. Wherever, if you don't thump the Bible, they kick you out of the state. I don't think he's got any choice. But look at me. Just whatever the good Lord gave me. This is it. Just taking it and doing with it what I can. I would not care if my hair was white or gray or. I mean, some say that. Well, it's easy for you to say you don't have it. But I don't think I would care one way or the other. I mean, I think Russo looks fine. He's got a lot of gray hair. I think Russo looks fine. Jock Ewing from Dallas, who Cornette said I would look like one day. He was wrong on that. Had a full head of hair that was very blonde, very, very, very white. And I really don't think I would care. Kevin, yours is what, buddy? Yours is what? Kevin, I hope he doesn't mind me telling him the story. I want to know if this has happened to anyone else. And this is the reason I'm going to tell the story. It's never happened to me, but I don't search food places a lot. I normally got a pretty goddamn good idea where I want to go. I look for food places in the Philippines more than anything to recommend where my Filipino friends to go. Or maybe if we try and raise a little money for them, give them a special treat, like going to Jollibee's or something like that. And normally $10 or $12 will feed a family of 4 down there. So it's not like you're bankrupt. Yeah. Well, most people do. I think my grandmother never had a lot of gray hair, more than I've got, but she was 90 when she passed away. And today's the tribute to her, by the way, for some of you that saw the meme My grandmother would be 102 today. Grandma Maggie Margaret Bolin. Middle initial was a W. I don't know if any of us ever bothered to look it up or find out what it stood for. Most of my relatives that would know are dead. And I tried to reach out to my cousin today, but I don't see her on Facebook anymore. Her name was Sharon Grimes. If anybody knows who she is, lives down in Daytona. I found out my aunt died 2 years ago. Didn't know. My aunt June, who was very, very close to me, and we were very close up until I think Donald Trump got voted in. Then I didn't hear from him as much. I think Aunt June might have been a Republican, might have been a Trump. I don't know. Nothing I'd wish anybody dead over, obviously. But I just found out yesterday from my sister, who I had not talked to in a couple of years, that lives in Virginia. Long story. I didn't meet my sister. Well, I've never met her. We just know of each other. And we have the same mother. But I have a sister that's 2 years older than me named Dina. And I wished her a happy birthday because her birthday's March the 15th and mine's March the 16th. And my other sister, Janice, is June 31st. Got another sister I don't speak to, whose sister is, I don't think it's Wilma. I've got another sister named June that was born on July the 3rd. Got a niece named Ada, born the day before Christmas Eve. She's born December 23rd. I was born the day before St. Patrick's Day. And my sister Janice was born the day before April Fool's Day. We were all born the day before some type of special day. Now, Timmy John. Now, I think Timmy John blew the streak because he was born November 5th. And he just informed me yesterday that Election Day is November the 5th. And he says, if you think I was disappointed, how many sisters do I? Well, I didn't even count Sharon and Stacy, who were on the Stallings side. My biological father, Ray Stallings, and y'all have heard me tell those stories. And I'm fine with both of them. They don't even know a lot of the shit that I know. When I've casually talked to them about it, they didn't even know. A lot of these things have been kept secret from them. And I told them if they wanted to find out everything as to why I don't talk to my father anymore, give me a call. I said, I'm not going to type all this shit out. But if you want to give me a call, well, and they haven't called me. They haven't said they're going to, haven't said they're not going to. But they haven't called me, and I'm not going to get into that shit in a fucking typing contest. They will hear my story. They will hear what I was told by him, and they'll either accept it or they don't. They don't seem to be like him. He's in his 80s. I think he's 82, 83, and has glaucoma. They said he's legally blind, but he's they said he's doing fine. They said he's in perfect health other than having glaucoma. And I think I showed a picture of him on here not long ago. So I have 5 sisters in. We'll see. I've never even done the math. Sounds like a lot, don't it? Sounds like 4 too many. And so no, I don't guess Bob's doing the show tonight. He might be watching the Texas-Tennessee game because my son's favorite basketball team and football team, and don't ask me why, it's a long story. The Utah State Aggies, big Mormon fan. And I remember he was playing video games as a teenager, and he took Utah State and won the national championship with them when they were horrible. So he took the worst team he could find, played video games with them, and he won the national championship. So he's been a big Utah State fan ever since. And Utah State, of course, was playing TCU right down there next door to Adolph Hazelwood. And I'm sorry, Bob Hazelwood. The stash is growing out a little bit now, so he's not as Adolphish as he was a couple of weeks ago. I just read it in your book. I didn't know it was in there. And I'm glad you read my book. I haven't. I just told the stories, and John Cosper wrote it. Some say very good, some say very badly. So I don't know. Let's see. Where was I going with all this? So, well, I done forgot now, and I got nobody in here to keep me straight. So y'all tell me what you want to talk about. I did watch SmackDown. No Rock on SmackDown this week, so that saved 30 minutes of time. Roman Reigns was on at the end of it. An interesting segment that everybody could see coming 186 miles away. How you feeling about Louisville in the tournament? I don't know because I haven't watched the game yet. So if they played today, don't tell me anything. Because I've been watching men's basketball all day today. I did notice that there was a lot of women's ball. on ESPN earlier today. And then I've been getting caught up on my men's games later. So if you know anything about, I ain't telling any long ass stories like that tonight, but I will, Louisville, I will catch later. If they played today, and if they play tomorrow, I guess I'll catch it tomorrow. But I think they played today. I think they had an early game, but I have not watched it. Don't know anything about it. But it's the only thing in this city I have to root for right now. So we'll see how it goes. But you said I was rooting for them, which makes me feel like they got beat. They were a 6 seed, so I don't know. Let's see. About your card. Well, tell me. See, I told you I fucking lost what I was talking about. So Kevin can't donate tonight, and I said, "Well, why can't you?" So they shut my card down. I said, "Well, they do that when you overdraft something," and that wasn't the case. He was having dinner at the Fish House, one of our sponsors here, and Kevin and his boss and a couple of others were having dinner at the Fish House. But he was, I think, looking up either to see where the Fish House was in Shepherdsville, or maybe looking at other restaurants in the area to see if there was anything similar to the Fish House. And when he did that, he noticed that his card had been charged $7.50, 49 cents. Let's be exact about it. Apparently, there's a search engine out there that if you search for a restaurant, will charge you $7.49 for using their service to search for a restaurant. The question I had for all of you, I'm 64 years old. I've Googled a few things. I've searched for a few things. Never, ever have I been charged one red penny to search something. That there have been some things that have mysterious fees, or if you get into it, well, your free trial's this, and if you want to keep it, it's a ridiculous price a month for something like Amazon Music is $10 a month. I think that's too much because I get free Amazon Music anyway. But if I want to be able to skip as many songs as I want and have access to as many songs as I want, I have to pay $10 a month. Well, I'll just take what they fucking give me. I ain't paying $10 a month for a service. A lot of people disagree with me. I do get free YouTube music with my YouTube TV subscription. Otherwise, they charge you for that shit and YouTube Premium and all that. But I get that free with my YouTube TV account. So the man was charged, Kevin Marr was charged $7.49. He doesn't know what the $7.49 charge is for. He sees the thing, calls his bank card, and they read off some bullshit fucking company. He says, "No, it wasn't me. I didn't pay $7.49 for whatever the fuck that is." And then he goes back and realizes, you know what? I wonder if that was that damn search engine I used to find that restaurant. So he told him it wasn't him. So they shut his card down. They thought his card was stolen. So he doesn't have a bank card right now, and he has no way to donate. And of course, when they do that, you have to wait 7 to 10 business days to get your card replaced. I just had to do it with PayPal. There was a company that was charging me for shit that I'd canceled 4 months ago. And I had to cancel their service. But in order to do that, they said, well, they're compromising your card. The only way we can reimburse you your money is you got to cancel that card and get a new card. So that's what we did. And, but yeah, so has anybody out there, there's 40 some odd of you watching. I'm going to have to say goodbye to Facebook here in a little bit. And I haven't seen anybody say anything anyway. So if you're a Filipino and you're on Facebook and you want to say hi, now's the time to do it. Other than that, once Facebook goes away, and if you want to come over here and participate, you got to get a membership, and you have to go to YouTube and figure out how to get a membership. If you haven't figured it out by now, then you don't want one that bad. If you have an iPhone, and if you ask me in here, Kenny, how do I get a membership? I'll be happy to guide you through and then show you the necessaries. Looks like I got a couple of Facebook Messenger messages on here now. Let me see what those are about. Eunice is watching the show. She says hello. She was telling me about some nice shorts that she could get for school that are on sale for 50 pesos each. That's about $1. One of my Filipino friends named Teresa May, not Ruby May, but Teresa May. I think she's about 22, 23 years old. She's a college girl, and she's in a beauty pageant, wanting to know if I could sponsor her for her pageant. I said, well, we got a lot of people we're trying to feed, and I think we might get criticized a little hard. And she says, well, really what I need are heels for my pageant and something for her makeup artist. And she's competing. And I used to do that for little Kim and a couple of other girls that lived in the San Joaquin area. It's good. The families get behind it. They really want them. I'm not much of a beauty contest guy. I used to date the girl that come in second place at Miss Oldham County. You know who she lost to? Her brunette sister. Judy was the blonde, and Susan was the brunette, and both were beautiful girls. And I normally prefer brunettes, but I ended up with Judy and her sister Susan, who very beautiful, and probably based on looks, was very deserved to win Miss Oldham County. Miss Congeniality or Miss Personality, she was not going to win. She could be a bitch. And Judy was the sweetest, kindest, most loving person you ever knew, Judy Koval. And so I dated the second place winner of the Miss Oldham County pageant, and her sister won first place. You want to talk about sibling rivalry. Both of you enter I'm surprised the third sister didn't enter, but she said, well, I'm not as pretty as they are. So she just fessed, and she's a pretty girl. She just, well, I'm not as pretty as they are. And but if you preferred blondes, you might have liked Judy, and if you preferred brunettes, you might have liked Susan. I mean, that's just how it was. But so, but like I told her, I don't care if you come in first place or last place. I love you. I think you're beautiful. That's what do I think? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You know, if everyone else thinks you're ugly to the bone, well, I don't feel that way. And that didn't help. So what do you do? So, yeah, she's looking for a sponsor. I told her that would be last on my list of things to do. But if we get any large donations in here and everybody's taken care of on food, and if she's needing 500 pesos for shoes or something, $10, then we'll see what we can do to help out. The Lemon Head's in here tonight, late for him on a Saturday night, 10:24 at night. My god sister did pageants during her teen years, and I was never, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't watched a few beauty pageants in my life, and I was always happy when Miss Philippines would win. What is this card you're on about? Well, they charged his credit card for searching for a place to go eat. They charged him nearly $8. Kevin Marr. Man was charged $8 for looking for a restaurant. If I was charged 99 cents, I'd have been pissed, especially without him knowing about it. But so I searched, where's a good place to eat? And it's searchrestaurants.com, you know, whatever. What's this thing that the guy from Jurassic Park and The Fly, hotels.com. Well, if they were charging me to look for those hotels, I'd be pretty pissed. I use Yelp all the time to help me search for hotels for the company that I do some side work for. If they were charging me every time I use that service, I wouldn't be using that service. Be finding something else to either that or making my boss pay for it. So, but none of you have said, yeah, I've been charged $8. Kevin, what's the name of the search? Yeah, I'd love to know the name of that search engine myself. I'd like to know that. I was joking to you about being charged to use bathrooms. Well, I didn't even see that comment. So, and this is guy not charged for searching. Yeah. Unless you said something about, I don't know. Did you say that on a previous show? I don't remember seeing it tonight. So, well, let me check, see if we got any donations, because if we don't get donations, at least some of you's talking. I don't think we have any donations, though. I'm looking. Do we have anything? I could be wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. I did order me something today. I found a great buy. I had a nice gift card that I had earned on Amazon. And I'm going to try to change the look of my living room a little bit. And I'll let it be a surprise when I do it. But when I do it, it should be done by the Tuesday show. And I know I've rearranged things around a little bit. And there's another chair over there in the corner. Yeah, things have been changed around a little bit, a couple of times. And rewired the surround sound. I moved the subwoofer to a better location. The sound in here is so much better now, just by moving the subwoofer to a different place to where it's not drowning out the rear channel when it's effective. So we have no donations. So this is going to be a real short fucking show. If they think I'm working NCAA tournament night for no money, then they'd be dead wrong. So it is 19, let's see, we're 19 minutes in. I will hang around here 45 minutes. And if we don't have any donations, we will call it a night and we'll see you Tuesday. And now there was one person out there that was talking about making a nice size donation, but I don't know when he was looking to do that. We didn't specify that part. So that might be way down the road. It might Of course, the guy that was going to do the $5,000 donation, we haven't heard from him apparently since November. And I think he just went away. So, Zomata Media. I've never heard of that. But apparently, if you get, I'm not calling you a sucker or anything, but because you didn't know. I mean, if you'd known you was going to be charged $8, and I go, what the fuck? But I guess if they find enough people, you can't really say a sucker, because if you don't know, you can't get suckered into something you didn't know about. But then again, that's what they do to suck. Well, he didn't know, so he suckered him into it. Either way, I've never looked at this place. If I were going to look for a restaurant, I'd go on the Google. We call it the Google machine. I'd go on Google and look for my restaurant. I don't know what made you look at Zomato Media, but they charged you $7.50 for it. So, but technically they didn't charge him because it looked like a suspicious charge. And he said that, well, that wasn't me. And that's a good answer. Is what I'd have given. Me neither. Google just Google sent you there. Well, they're not going to give you any money. They're not going to give you any money, so you can do away with that. Lemonhead in here. I think Lemonhead was wanting to know how to get one of the black cards. Now the black cards, we're handing those out as Bob gets them made. The Boss Black cards, which I've posted them on Twitter and Facebook, so those that follow me there know what they look like. And I think I got one in here. We got 2 versions for the fans that want them. For any fan that is that's averaging, let me take down a comment if I can find it. I need to take comments down so we can see the thing, right? There we go. Let's take that down. Well, shit. Keep hitting the wrong thing. Well, Paul RJ's there. What's Paul want? How would the website know your credit card details? Oh, that's a good question. Unless he had the card linked to that. Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that. How would the website know your card information, Kevin Marr? Google Pay. Well, I surf a lot. I got Google Pay. I got 3 or 4 cards linked on Google Pay. They've never charged me for searching anything. It's a good question. No, I have Google Pay. Unless you give it the okay. I mean, it'll ask me, we'd like to charge you for this service. Would you like to buy it? No. So did you accidentally click yes instead of no? Because that might add up. Because I've got the Google Pay and then the Apple Pay and all that, but I've never done that. Let's see. I love the new card as much as yeah. Well, you haven't seen the final product yet. Hang on here a minute. You haven't seen the the black card is for people that either make a one-time donation of $100 or more, or if you average $100 a month in donations over a period of time. And we have a few of you that do that. Jazzy Jan is one of them. Kevin Marr's getting close to that. If he's not, if he's in the ball, but we're going to run some numbers. I think Kevin Marr's close. He had to lay out for a while, but I think over his body of work here, he might be close to that. Lord knows we know the Tea Maker is way above that. George Captor is way above that. Lance Limley's probably real close. Our friend in North Carolina, TC from the NC, he's probably averaging between 50 and 60 a month, I think. I mean, he's in the ballpark. We might have to get him a gray card, I guess. So that's one version of the new card. And then the other version, now Bob says this is the egotistical card that I will prefer. Well, look who worked themselves in on the ego. Because the first card was a red card. The only face that was on that one was me wearing a crown. And that was the people that were obsessed with me. That was how we come up with the boss card. The Bolin over obsession syndrome is what it was, something like that. And I was the only picture on the card. It was me wearing the crown, one of the artwork pictures that Simon Williams had done. But look who horned in on my so-called ego. There's Adolph Hazelwood down there. Yeah, he's looking very Adolph in that picture. He should have updated that picture. And then you got Joe Coltrane. Because that's who I thought it was when I first saw it. I'm going, is he trying to get fired? Is he trying to get fired? But it wasn't him. It's just Coltrane looking like him. So shocking. He's not going to the Hall of Fame, folks, regardless of what people are saying. He's not going. Not going to be there. What is it? What we got here? Oh, that's where Chinny was getting her tooth. Matter of fact, that's another project we're working on where we got about half the project's done that we were doing the other night. Her mother's tooth is due to be paid for. And what was it? Chinny had something else she was wanting us to help with. A small bag of rice, not one of the bigger ones we get. That if we could raise her 1,000 pesos just to get a small bag of rice for her and her siblings. She said her uncle was going to be making some money in the near future to where he could, they're just looking to buy some time till he gets paid. So I told her I would see what we could do. So basically, Chinny's needing $20. Ruby May needs probably 10 to 20. She needed to get a pair of shoes for school and transportation home. She can get both of those for about $20. I told her we would see what we can do. So Chinny, oh, and both of these girls have the same birthday. Chinny and Ruby May have the same birthday. And Eunice has the same birthday. Do we have Eunice in here? Oh, and that's my ex-girlfriend, Lena. Lena has the green jacket. That is Jeanette. She'd love to be my girlfriend, but that's Jeanette. She also got the green jacket. There's a little Eunice with spaghetti on my birthday. There is, I'm a Bolin girl, the original Bolin girl shirt that she got. Having cake on my birthday. I didn't get none of that cake. Our sweet little art gel. And I think that's about it. Oh, the event coming up that I'll be doing in Evansville, the Kenny Bolin one-man show. I don't know what these other clowns are doing there, but they might try and interrupt my show. There's sweet little Ruby May, who went from 13. She went from that to that in a few months, about 8-9 months. I don't know what they're feeding them. And there's Eunice and her jacket that's similar to some of those that I've got. I know we show these every now and then, but hey, they love to be on the TV show. TV show, yeah, you can watch this on your television, so shut up. And then there's some more of our Bolin girls. That is Cheska. Cheska's watching the show tonight, and we helped her recently with a little school project money. The sweet little art gel. I call her the most beautiful 9-year-old girl in the world, and when she turns 10, I'll probably say she's the most beautiful 10-year-old in the world. Mylene and her son, the only Bolin kid to at least possess that shirt. That's sweet little Ashley. That is Trisha. We don't hear from Trisha as much anymore, but I'm sure she's still around. Sweet little Trisha. She's a sweet girl. Ruby May in her shirt. And Honey Rose in hers. Eunice in hers. Jelly Bean has a few different versions. She got that. And she got that. And then Miss Istanbul here does not have her Bolin Girl shirt yet, or at least as far as I know. So there we go. So let's get back. Y'all want to see what I looked like in 1993? Yep, that was it. That's 1993, I think, in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Only time I ever appeared as Kenny Rosin. And Bob Hazelwood doing everything he can to look like my brother Timmy John. Look at that. Are they not clones of each other, Timmy John and Bob? That is close. That is close. And Coltrane said it best. Coltrane said, you shouldn't have shown that. Oh, here's the original boss card. All right, see, Jerry the King Lawler in his honor. Bolin Obsession Syndrome sufferer. We had a few of them. And there's no Hazelwood or Coltrane or anybody else on the card. It's just me. But Bob's, well, but you'll like this picture. And then horned in on it because he made the card and then put his own picture on there. And then put Coltrane where we can't even tell it's Coltrane. We didn't even know it was him. But that's the original card. And we'll get to the new and improved. But this card is for those that averaged, I think you had to average $30 a month in donations to get this one. And I think everybody that had that card coming got it. And now you can either get that card if you average $100 a month in donations or more. And we got a few of you that do. And there's the plain version if you don't want to see. I mean, if Bob uglied up the thing too much by putting him and Coltrane on it, y'all just say so. I know you wouldn't mind my picture being on there, but because that's pretty. They did have the decency to give me the biggest picture. Either that, or they were just trying to make my head look bigger. Could have been that. Could have been that. So there we go. So we're up to date. Let me go back to comments here. So what we got. George is in the house. George is going to get one of those. Kenny, I'm the whole show tonight. I'm the whole show tonight because I don't have any help. Ain't got none. Ain't got none. I told you we'd give I don't think we also got none donations either. I don't think we have any. And I'm not talking to Jazzy Jana and various others that do, and Pasta Tart. I like the black options with the well. Thank you, we appreciate that. And I need to get pictures of you guys one of these days. Maybe you can email them to me, kennybolin@msn.com. That way I know who I'm talking to. I'd agree, Bob, but it seems like to be the whole show tonight. I'd agree, Bob, but is Bob chatting in here? I didn't see him. Well, look at Lemonhead. And Lemonhead's a main eventer, by the way. Hey, yo, here's Lemonhead with a $20 donation. Now, we don't get that, as y'all know. We do not get that until the 21st of next month. We don't get that. And so that's the first and only donation of the night that I know of. I'll look again here in a little bit and see if we got anything. And well, I'm glad you like the one with mine and Bob's picture. Did somebody say something to Bob?
Well. I heard somebody complaining they didn't have any help. I was just waiting until the damn game was over.
Well, I think he's waiting for somebody to donate because we hadn't seen much of that so far. And I think.
Oh, look, there we go.
What we got? Yeah, well, that's the only
donation.
You
what, let me find my app here.
It took 31 minutes to get anybody to donate, and I've been showing these beautiful pictures of these fine people that are some of them needing a little bit of help, and nobody asking for anything over the top.
Yeah,
$20 here.
There you go.
Yeah, $20 here and $20 there. Nobody going over the top on me tonight. We're going to owe about $30 to help pay for Chenny's mother. Do I have Chenny's picture in there? I think I do, because Chenny's now got a Bowling Girl shirt. Well, let me find sweet little Chenny. She's in here somewhere. And I just chatted with her a little bit earlier today. Oh, there's the shirt that Bob likes so much. Well, you can't blame him. Can't blame him for that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Bobby Bob.
Keep looking. Did they take, where'd Chenny's pictures go? Did they take Chenny's out? Did Bob take Chenny's pictures out? I think he did.
Chenny probably hacked in there and took.
Where'd he go? Where's little Chenny?
Hey,
my
Jen,
God. Do you believe this? Oh, this is in here. That's in there.
Of course.
But Chenny's gone. Oh my God, just gonna break her little heart. Where'd she go?
Tell you what, I am the biggest Creighton fan in the world right now.
Oh, wait a minute. I found, oh God, there's gonna be some heat for a minute. There's gonna be some heat. There we go. There's sweet little Chenny.
She's very pretty right now.
She's a very pretty girl. And she gets her 2 teeth at the end of the month. I think she said next week. Yeah, that's the end of the month. So she gets her 2 teeth, and her mother gets her replacement tooth. And the dentist is coming to get paid for the work that he did on her mother, about $30. And she said, I'm so excited. I can finally smile and be beautiful again. I said, well, I think the smile you have now is pretty beautiful. I said, I don't hear anybody complaining. So, yeah.
Which teeth were they?
The 2 front teeth. That's all I got left are 2 front teeth. I could have just gave her the ones I had and she'd been fine. I'd left me. Well, I hit something that I shouldn't have hit. What did I hit? Okay, comments. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, Lemonhead, the only donation of the night, but we don't get that till the 21st or 22nd of next month. And, oh, my fucking God. Am I reading that right?
What's that?
As I read here, it looks like you're wanting to issue a challenge. I don't know if you're going to get any takers on this one. You might have to challenge the room on this one. So you like Duquesne?
That's my goal.
You like Duquesne? You picked Duquesne over who? Did Duquesne beat somebody? You might have to ruin one game, or did they hang in there with somebody? Duquesne.
I don't think they hung in there today. Who'd they play? Oh no, they play Illinois.
I don't. Well, they played yesterday. They didn't play today.
It's not over, but it's over.
It's not over. Well, don't ruin anything for me. I got a few more games to watch when we're all done here. Okay, well, boy, I don't know if one of our
surprises.
Yeah, no surprises. I don't know if any of our big boys are watching tonight, but we got a real nice challenge here. Apparently, you did very good on your parlay. I'm taking it. Did you hit another parlay, or is this off the parlay you hit the other day? What's that? I think that I'm still here.
Donations to a few people. So.
Yeah, you froze up for a second. My camera was still there because sometimes when it freezes up on my end, we both freeze up. But yeah, I was getting ready to issue your challenge. So if any of our big dogs are watching, this is the time to do it. The Coal Train has issued not a $50 challenge, not a $75 challenge, not a $100 challenge, not and I have to take Lemonhead's donation down now because Lemonhead didn't put enough zeros on his donation. Not a $125 donation, not a $150 donation, not a $175 donation, but the Coal Train has issued a $200 challenge to help our people, to help get them the rice, feed them for the 30 days, pay electric bills, pay water bills, get them the things they need, replace some teeth for a few of these people, which we're in the process of doing. So I think we got Chinny's mama taken care of. I think we're good there. I think we can get Ruby home. Yep. We can get Ruby home to grandma with a little bit of rice with her. That's what her goal was. And Eunice wanted 5 pair of shorts, but she could only afford 1 pair. Do you know how much the shorts were, Coal Train? And I'd agreed to buy these anyway. And when you hear the price, you'll know why. She wanted 5 pair of shorts. $1.
Oh, wow.
The shorts were $1. Yeah. The shorts were $1. And she said, but Mama could only get 1. Wow. Mama could only get 1. And so I said, well, I tell you what, I don't want to spoil you or anything, but if Mama got 1, then I'll get you the other 4. Kenny Bolin, the last of the big spenders. She also wanted a pair of cargo pants for school. I said, well, isn't it like 161 degrees there? She said, no, it's only about 98. I said, okay, well, I exaggerated. But she wanted a pair of cargo pants. They were 480 pesos. So it's about $10 for the cargo pants. I said, well, we're going to hold off on the cargo pants. Well, look who's here and what game were you? Now, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me. But what?
No, this is MLB The Show. I am actually playing the game.
I was. You're not.
I'm not going to spoil any results for you. Now, Kenny.
Yes.
Didn't we plan on coming in, but I got a call from the creative team over at Boss Cards Incorporated. They said,
yes,
a new design for you.
One
that accurately reflects the way things are around here.
I'm sure. Well, there it is.
Oh, look, there you go. Bolin's outstanding supporters of the show that Jason and Bob don't apparently contribute anything of value to.
How much do you have to donate to get that card?
That card apparently is free.
Oh, that's a free card. Anybody can get that one. Just any fucking moron watching the show can get that card. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I thought I knew what you'd done. You know what I was looking for? I was looking for that world orbit picture where I'm the sun.
No. That's
I was waiting for that to be on the
card. You know what?
I was waiting for that one to be on the card.
That's the $250 a month card.
So T-Baker's already qualified for that card.
Yeah, he gets that one. He's donated enough. He's already qualified.
Coltrane qualified for one tonight. You heard his donation.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I did not.
Coltrane did not donate. Well, you saw Lemonhead, but he didn't put enough zeros on his donation to be
Lemonhead. He donated that Canadian money, so
it's Canadian. We're going to owe money on the end of Lemonhead's donation, but that's all right. That's okay. We'll pay it. I'll have to put that on the Klarna Pay in 4 program that I sent out.
That's right.
But no,
get donations in for.
The Coltrane, apparently that parlay must have paid good because he didn't do it. And I was waiting for him to do $50, $75 maybe. That would have been amazing if he'd have done that. The Coltrane has made a $200 challenge to the room tonight. And I got a couple of heavy hitters out there that I thought might. So you know what? If he'll do that, I'll match that. And then, but here's the thing: when you hear that, let's say somebody made a $300 donation, and you hear that, and it sounds like, well, God, we don't ever have to donate again. They got $300 to feed these Filipinos, and rice is what 8 pesos per granule or something. I don't know. But now that you think about it, a lot of these families, sometimes we're helping them out with $100 a pop. Vanessa, a few others. The wheelchair close to $100.
The
So
wheelchair was close to
if it's $300, we help through. In many cases, we help 3 families, and in worst case scenario, we help.
And this is probably this isn't a
Best
full
case scenario.
month's worth of help, right? This is like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, we just solved an immediate problem. The
Well, and we
ongoing
know
things are
and-
still
yeah,
there.
an immediate problem, and you know what we do with the jelly bean situation, Eunice's situation, Vanessa's
No idea
situation.
what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're back now.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there.
You don't have the AT&T internet, do you?
Not yet. We're still waiting. I'm on the waiting list. I'm on Verizon
You're on
and
the waiting
AT&T, but we're the 5th largest city in the country. We don't have that shit.
That's ridiculous because Louisville
is.
is not in the top 5 cities in the country, and I'd say half of Louisville's got access to AT&T fiber internet now. Probably at least half.
The bigger the city, the more it costs to lay.
That's a
those cables,
possibility
right?
too.
So,
well,
Yeah,
does
that
New
makes
York?
sense.
I think New York's got it, don't they?
yeah, I doubt it.
Well, New York.
New York-
I bet
New York
you
has
know
no-
you're-
Those New Yorkers, they don't need no cable internet. They just
Yeah,
talk
but-
to each other, and the next thing you know, they're on there.
I've been wanting to do an expose on this company forever, and it's an expose based upon scientific evidence called doctors. And I'm a big vitamin guy, especially since COVID hit. I try to take my vitamins every day. Now I'm taking 2 chewable gummies that I buy at Costco. And if you remember when my doctor put me on those vitamins, I got sick as a dog for like 30 or 45 days.
So
Hadn't
they
had
would
a
be
cold.
gummable gummies in your case.
Well, these were not in my case they would be. Yeah, we have AT&T in Arkansas. Well, that's just a slap in the face to anybody that has a brick building downtown. If Arkansas, the state of Arkansas, if anybody in Tuscaloosa has AT&T, that's just a slap in the goddamn face right there.
You forgot the R, Janny. You left the R out both times.
Bob's petty is petty with a capital.
Now you left the R out. It's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
It's pretty.
Did
capital.
leave the R out. Did leave the R out.
There you go. Sorry, learn to spell. Jan.
So the expose, for all you old people that watch the news every day like I do, there's some what's the vitamin commercial that comes up every day? And it's Kathy Lee Gifford's a spokesperson, Mark Gastineau's a spokesperson. They claim they don't get paid. The fruits and veggies vitamins. Have you seen those?
I know what you're talking about, but it just like
Bob, what's
I
the
hate
name of
soul
them? You
food
can
when it comes-
type in fruits. Just type in fruits and veggie vitamins, and they'll come up. And they're on CNN and MSNBC and probably the Fox News. I don't watch them long enough.
Balance
to see
of nature is what
balance of nature. So when I was,
Oh yeah, I recognize that.
when I was looking, and wait till you hear the price on these sumbitches. So when I was looking at getting into vitamins, I'm talking about. I said, "Can you get me a prescription for Balance of Nature?" Well, why do you want those? I said, "Well, they advertise them on TV all the time, and all these spokespeople claim that they don't get paid." I said, sure they don't. Kathy Lee Gifford ain't doing shit for free. Mark Gastineau can't afford to do shit for free. What's he living on?
Mark's probably doing as part of a work release program.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. So she says, so I went through not only my own doctor, 2 subsidiary doctors that were in that building. I called at least 5 or 6 doctors I've had a history with. Not one of them said that I would lose my license if I were to recommend you to take those, and especially at the price they are. Kenny, what are you taking now? I said, well, my son just got me taking the Costco chewable gummies. Those are probably about as good as anything you're going to get out there. How much you paying for them? I said, $10 a bottle. Kenny, anything I prescribe is going to run you, if you got to pay for it, it's going to run you $35, $40 for anything decent. And I would say those are probably about as good as anything I'm going to write you up. But the fruits and veggies, and now they have fiber. And I looked up the price because I kept saying 40% off for the first month. 40% off, and I think the grand total price was in the neighborhood of about $135 fucking dollars for the fruits, the veggies, and the fiber. It might have been more
for a month.
Probably depending on what website. Bob might even be able to look up a price. But it was ridiculous of what they want, and they expect people. It's like if you buy the pet food that's in a bag and they keep it in the fridge, and then people get kicked out of people's houses because you're keeping dog food in the refrigerator. But it's dog food. No, it's real food. No, the dog's eating it. It's dog food. And then the guy kicks the girl out, and the dog agrees with it. So,
I saw that.
Yeah, he gets kicked out of the house. And then there's some guy that's in a garage, and he notices that the fridge has got the pet, whatever the shit's called, So I looked it up. It was going to cost me $700 a month to feed the 3 beasts I have here based on their breed and weight. Who the fuck? Other than Mark Cuban, Anthony Scaramucci, and not Trump. Trump doesn't have a dog because he can't afford one.
Yeah,
Who the
dogs
fuck?
don't like him.
And dogs don't like him. Oh, he'd get bitten the balls if he had any balls, he would be bitten the balls every day. So 700 it was over $700 for me to feed the 3 dogs I got now. I have a monthly food budget of $290 a month. And I'm going to spend $700 so my dogs can eat.
You should eat the dogs at that rate.
Now my food budget for the dogs is about $60 a month. Sometimes a little bit less. I normally go through 2 bags of pedigree, not a full 2 50-pound bags, but maybe a bag and a half a month for pedigree. And Choco's running around here today. She's 12 years old. She's been hopping around like a bunny rabbit all day, chasing Scooby down to fuck with him. And this shit went on for 20 or 30 minutes. She acts younger than he does. She's the instigator. And she's been on pedigree most of her life. The tea maker's in the house. I fed my dog Sam. Now, that was the other that we used. We were doing Sam's Club for 2 or 3 years.
So that report came out.
My ex-wife has a membership that she put me and my son on it. And we get a lot of stuff at Costco, including those pepperonis I rate everybody about $9 for 2 pounds. Are the greatest snack in the world. Rotisserie chicken, $4.50. It's the best buy on the planet Earth. If you're hungry, go down there and get you a Costco rotisserie chicken cooked. You just go up there, pay
that's 3 or 4 meals, easy.
Oh, easily. For me, it certainly is. Yeah. It's easily 4 for me. So I was buying the Sam's Club, and what you're saying is why I quit buying it. It was about $44 to buy the Sam's Club food. Choco likes salmon. And then I find pedigree at Walmart for $27 for 50 pounds. Well, am I going to pay $44 or am I going to pay $27? Well, y'all know me well enough to know how that shit's going to go. And pedigree, I looked them up on the Google machine. I didn't get charged $7.49 to look it up, like poor Kevin Marr did, looking up a fucking restaurant. Tried to go to the fish house, and they charged me $7.50 to tell him the fish house had good food. I told him that before he ever looked it up. That site we was on here talking about. Team Maker, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but the coal train hit big on a parlay. I'm maybe off the air. He'll tell me what he won. I don't want to embarrass the man out here on national television, but he hit a big parlay, and the coal train has donated he issued a $200 challenge, and I was laying back hoping maybe one of the big heavy hitters is out there somewhere. Maybe just over. I don't know who I'm talking about. Team Maker. I have so many names running through my head. Where's Michigan Mike when you need him? So.
Well, you know what, Kenny? I can tell you. Let me just tell you this. I have made a list of every person that has donated in the last 2 months.
You were telling me about this list. Go ahead and name those people.
This list includes one Michigan Mike.
I can hear you. I am dying for something to drink. I'm going to get me something. I can hear everything you're saying. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
This list includes one tea maker. It includes one Jazzy Jana Adams. It includes one George Captor. It includes one good Chris, but no bad Chris's.
No bad.
It includes a Paul RJ. It includes a John Paul Mahofsky. It includes a Kevin Marr. And it includes a Daniel Lemley and a Zach Bonifer with an odd number. There is a TC from the NC. And there is a Pasta Tart. There's a James Vance, a Sean McAllister, a Blake McChristy, a Jaded Zen Entertainment, a Kenny Bolin, and a Bob Hazelwood. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. Less than 20 people have supported our Filipinos over the last 2 months. Now, there may have been some.
And three of those are us.
And 3 of those are us. Now, there may have been some super chats that I missed because I don't usually write those down because those don't come in right away unless they're really big.
Maker, that'd be more than fine, man.
Like the one that Lemonhead just did. Lemonhead makes the list. I'm going
to make that a week challenge. I mean, you know.
We can make it. Well, we'll probably have to. We'll probably have to.
Have to make it a month challenge, given some of our.
And that's more than fine because what Coltrane's done tonight, that's going to help us take care of everything that we needed to get done tonight. It seemed like there was one other person. I don't think the pageant is going to. I mean, if the girl needs a pair of high heels, we'll get her some fucking high heels. But she also mentioned giving money to her handler. I said, well, who's your handler? I said, who's your handler? I said, who's your handler? She said, well, he's gay. I said, well, okay, but
Okay.
who's your handler? Well, he's the person that does my hair, makeup, and everything, gets me ready for the event. I said, why is he called your handler? I said, why is he called your handler? She said, well, he handles me. I said, ooh.
Yeah. I thought he was gay.
Why don't you turn a straight guy loose on you and see what the tip is for that? And I think she's 23. I think she just graduated college. And the family, that family loves being in these pageants from 9 to shit. But Kimmy was in them when she was 6. And like Jazzy Jana, I'm not much on the pageants.
Jazzy Jana should win some pageants, though.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Jazzy Jana. Well, I learned about hitting on Jazzy Jana. I don't do it anymore.
No. She's
Now,
put Kenny in his place.
Now, T-Maker is quite a flirt. Maybe he can do it. T-Maker, he's a big flirt. Matter of me and the maker, you know what, Bob? I met my maker. I went and met T-Maker.
You met your T-Maker?
What do you think about it? I've met my maker. What about you all? Have you met your maker? I didn't.
My
think
mom
so.
was here yesterday.
How about? I guess she was half in on that, right? If you only knew who your father was, that'd be cool as shit, wouldn't it?
I just figured it out.
Well, better late than never, right? I got
Who's
5
your daddy?
sisters. I got 5 sisters from 6 mothers. What are you talking about? What do you do? Let's see.
I have a
Do
long
we have
lost white brother, believe it or not.
we have another decent donation here. Oh, well, thank you very much. My maker that I've met has let's see. Nah, I keep it so I don't know. You don't know me like that. That song is in my head.
Don't know me like that.
No.
Oh,
These
that is in my
basketball
head.
commercials. You don't know me like that. And I'm going, yeah.
Oh,
You don't.
yeah.
You don't know me like that. But yeah, every commercial is that.
Don't do me.
You
like
don't know
that.
me like
That's
that
the
commercial.
song I was singing. So
that is a different song.
Yeah.
But the T-Maker has kicked 50 in towards your direction there, and he's promised a little something a tad bigger next week on a project he's working on. So we appreciate that. What's that?
I said I might have a chaser next week.
You might have a chaser.
Yeah.
Well, there's only so many parlays you can hit in a week. You know that, don't you?
Oh no, there's more than you can miss, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can definitely.
I hope Vanessa's not still watching, because if Vanessa's still watching, she's going to be out. What's a parlay and how do I hit mine? Is what Vanessa.
Yeah.
What's a parlay?
Is there a DraftKings in the Philippines? Is there a Filipino version of FanDuel?
You can almost bet there is.
You can bet on cockfighting.
Can't in Texas.
You can or cannot? I bet you can.
You cannot. Well,
that's a shock, Governor. So they'll put up barbed wire and fucking cut people to death in the middle of the Rio Grande. Sure. But we're violence against chickens. We're gonna have we'll eat them, but we're not gonna have violence against chickens.
No,
Arizona's real big on Arizona.
Either that, or they think cockfighting is something Donald Trump does, and he knows he'll lose every battle he's in with that little,
Well, you have to have a cock to cockfight.
Got to have a cock to get in a cockfight, right?
In a cockfighting contest,
right? Who am I talking to? You don't know me like that. I went on a big Alan Parsons for those of you that know me, and I sent you a shitload of Alan Parsons project videos. What a fucking talent. That man is now 75 years old, maybe a touch older. He just celebrated his birthday. I'm watching him perform, and God damn, he looked like that 30 years ago. And then I see the 75th anniversary, and it was his fucking birthday. So I knew I was telling my son what a refined individual he is, just how much knowledge he's got. And Bob is going to love this. I don't know if Bob watched it or not, because I think I sent him the link. Alan Parsons was the sound engineer for the last performance ever by the Beatles. And I just saw this yesterday. Alan Parsons was the sound, and he was just kind of breaking in the business more or less then. And he says, and they said, what do you have any regrets about the day that you were there for the last show? Because he tried to do it in studio. And he said,
they were running all the cables down to the studios for them to.
And Paul McCartney was saying, there's something not right about this. He said, I want this natural. I don't want any reverbs. I don't want any editing. I don't want any dubbing. I want this natural, like a live concert. Can we do it on the roof? And Alan Parsons says, well, we won't know till we try. And he said it was a challenge, but he said his biggest regret of all the pictures that were taken that day, he's in 2 of them, and they're both like way off. And he said, it's hard to even tell it's me.
They really weren't sure whether the roof would hold them all.
Yeah, that was the big
part
thing.
of the concern, right? And then when they got up there and they started playing,
and would everything mix and sound properly? That was
so
another big concern.
Apple's headquarters there is on the Banker area.
And what year was this, Bob?
1969, 1970.
Yeah, 69 or 70, I think I heard.
1969 was.
I was blown away that one of my favorite musicians was a part of that, and he was just a babyface. He's just breaking in.
Now, I've got a weird story because there's a wrestler I know. His name's Tom McLean. He's just an indie wrestler out of Dayton, and he is friends with Shooter Jennings, who's a country music artist.
Oh, that's Jeanette, by the way, for those that don't know.
Shooter Jennings' mom is Jesse Coulter, and Jesse Coulter's manager was the guy who was the manager for Capitol Records that managed the Beatles account, and he was there at the thing. So I have this like 4 degrees of separation from myself.
Man, you named everybody in America twice.
God damn. I was trying to find something here, Bob. Bear with me. Where's that Lena picture?
Now, I love that Peter Jackson documentary. That whole Get Back 3 day or 3 8-hour documentary.
I haven't got to watch the whole thing yet.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That's my ex-girlfriend Lena wearing her green jacket. Bob thinks that this is another thing that I've infected these people with, and it is. And for those of you that don't know, that's Jeanette. She's got her jacket, and I don't have her son's pictures uploaded. Her 2 boys got jackets like those as well. They love them. Chenny's jacket is coming in, and for those of you that are wondering who's paying for those jackets, Kenny, well, I'm paying for a lot of them, and I don't know how I'm doing it, Bob, because some of these jackets are almost $6.
Yeah, the question was who's paying for those jackets, Kenny? And you can just say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Who's paying for those jackets?
Let's see. I bought that jacket and I bought a blue one for her son.
Yeah, the Let It Be album came out in 1970.
I bought that jacket and I bought 2 for her other 2 boys. One of them's got kind of a concert. It's not like like my burgundy one, but it's kind of cool. She has ordered. Well, we'll let it be a surprise. She's got a jacket coming. She does not, but she's going to get one. And I'll drive it to her if I have to. And what else here? And of course we have that beautiful jacket on that beautiful man. Calm down, Coltrane. Calm down, baby. She doesn't have one yet, but we know Ruby May's gonna get one. And Ruby May's back to looking 17 again, Bob. I think I sent you the picture she sent me today.
You did.
She was back to 14 yesterday. and today she's 17 again. If you have the picture she sent me today, and her hair was looking so beautiful, and she's definitely 13 there. But she sent me 2 pictures yesterday.
She's such a cute girl.
She does, and she sent me a picture the other day. But she's the one that needs a little bit of money for school, basically for rice at her grandmother's house because her grandmother can't afford to do everything for her. But she does put her in school. We get her transportation back and forth every 2 or 3 weeks. She has to leave today to get back to school. And she says, Daddy, can you get me some money for rice for grandma so I can have food every day? I said, well, feel like a dick if we don't.
Yeah, the last picture you sent me was her transformation back to
now, look at that. Now, if you're going to guess that kid's age, what would you guess?
Since you 13, said 14, yes, I'm going to say 15.
14, 15. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going 13 or 14. Yeah. And I said, Ruby, is that you? She said, yeah, Daddy. I said, when was that taken? She said, just now. I said, okay. Really?
Is that you? No, that's not me. That's her. Me.
And then that's her. And then I think we got one more, this one here, because she's that one. That don't look like the same girl.
How's she not making money?
Coltrane, you stop that.
Oh, I was talking about
the model. That's why she's not making money, man. See, that right there. I'll tell you why.
That little girl is being commercial.
Her and Art Gel should be on somebody's fucking magazines over there.
Yeah.
They are beautiful.
Or in commercials.
I hope Eunice and Jelly Bean aren't watching. Well, what about us? Well, everybody knows Jelly Bean. We've already told Jelly Bean how to make a shitload of money, and she won't do it. Wear that shirt downtown. I need money. I'm JD Wentworth, and I need cash now. There you go. That's what they said. That's what they said. Trump is thinking. He's JD Wentworth. We need cash now. So,
and also sale went through for that IPO.
Excuse me.
Yes, and
then the stock dropped like AMC.
Not quite that bad, but yes. The problem is that the agreement, the merger agreement, said that none of the principals can sell any of their stock
6 months
for at least 6 months. Right now, the board, which is going to be full of Trump's
can overrule that,
right? And he's going to but you know what? What's going to happen if he sells? So
going to bankrupt the company.
If he sells 20 million shares
were a
of stock,
successful company that merged with him. Trump's place wasn't worth anything.
No. And I think it was $36 a share, $37 a share.
It was over It was over 40 when it started. I think 44 is what I heard.
So let's just say 40.
And I remember AMC being damn near double that for a period of time.
Yeah. Well, so if he's
wait to dump their dog fighting money into that,
for him to sell enough stock to raise $450 or $500 million at $40 a share, that's 100 million shares, right?
But I think Trump now owns 60% of the company or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and how much of it would he have to sell to raise the money?
Every share he's got would supposedly at yesterday's prices would have got him as 500 million. See, that's why he was saying I have $500 million. Well, he don't.
Well, no,
lawyers made it very clear to know he doesn't have 500 million.
All of the shares, I think it was like $3 billion. A lot of money.
Oh yeah, it was 2 or 3 billion. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Right, but you got to. That's not liquid available cash, right? You have to sell those shares,
and then the stock drops.
And then you sell those shares, the price of the stock drops because everyone's look. It's kind of like when AMC floods the market with more shares. What happens? The price goes down.
You see exactly what happens. So, what else we got?
Is that what it was? They released more shares.
Yeah,
it's a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's people that still have hope, and I'm just I've lost too much to sell anything now. So it'll set and it'll leave.
For me, I'm holding on to it because if I ever sell stock that has a good profit, I can sell my AMC stock to offset that. So that way I can take from a tax perspective.
Yeah,
I've already pocketed my AMC loss.
Tax-wise, we're in good shape, no doubt about that. Let's see here. But no, it was nice of T-Maker to help us out tonight.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make. Yeah.
If we could get another 150 as a group tonight, that would match the $200 challenge. And then we can issue a new challenge when T-Maker comes back next week or the week after.
Well, somebody put 20 in there too, didn't they?
Well, yeah, that was the first donation of the night. But other than that, that's the only 2 donations we have tonight are you and him. And of course, Jazzy Jana donated last time. Now I don't know let's just call some people out that haven't donated. This Filipino girl hadn't. Oh, that's right. They don't do that. Jelly Bean has. Well, she's got a membership, so we can't yell at her.
Plus, I'm just going to give it right. If she gave it, I'd just turn and give it right back to her.
You're right back. Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie. I think George is still in the market to get the midnight. I've got 2 of those Midnight Express pictures, and I think he and I have an agreement. George, have you decided when you want to get that picture? I told you I'd hold it for you. And if I decide to sell the second one for that show, I'll just take a goddamn picture of it and I'll have the memories. I'd rather feed people. Let's see here. Posted Tart has been donating pretty good lately, so we're not yelling at them. Kevin Marr, well, he fucked up, so he doesn't have a card right now. and there's the 20. So we got he tried to find out where the food was, and it cost him $8. He's goddamn, I wasn't going to spend $8 on food. As a matter of fact, you can get a nice combo dinner at the Fish House. I mean, just made from scratch, great fucking food for $8.99. So he almost spent as much searching to see what the food was as what the food cost he was looking for. He did put him over big. And by the way, I did send Malik, the owner of the fish house. He's got three restaurants. I cut, copied, and pasted your review of what you said about the restaurant and sent that to him. And he said, "Thank you very much. That's very nice." And Vanessa's in the house. Hopefully, she's going to be making some good money here soon. I think we're about 30 days or less away for that happening for her. Bob's got a wrench. You know, I didn't see you comment there. Yeah, God forbid the whole show gets wrecked. You're the one. Just as though, and people love it when we argue. Del Wilkes.
Really.
You're the one.
You get your choices there, right?
There's multiple choices. Yeah, well, yeah. But you're the one that said you made the plain one. I didn't say you showed the plain one. Do we have the plain one? There's the plain one.
I like the plain one. I love the plain one. It's very simple and elegant.
So far, nobody has picked the plain one.
Well,
so, I think they know better.
That just shows how wrong they are.
I think they know better. So far, no one's picked the plain one. And Bob immediately after he shows me the plain one, he says, and he sent me both of them at the same time. Well, I know which one you're going to like better because your picture's on the other. He didn't bother to point out that your mugs were on there too. Looking down there, make my head look all big.
Bolin's overwhelming supporters of the show. Now, I know that Jason and I are a minor part of the show. That's why we got little bitty pictures.
We're the crumbs of the cheesecake, man.
we're like the leftovers. It's crumbs of the cheesecake.
The crumbs of the cheesecake. You are. You say
we're the COCs, baby. I
just got done having the last of one of my cupcakes, and I'm in there gobbling up those crumbs like a motherfucker.
Oh, I do that too.
The crumbs were good. The crumbs were good. I like the crumbs.
You mash them all together, you got a little piece left.
Now, Jazzy Jana, you don't have your card yet. George, you don't have yours yet. Kevin Marr, you don't have yours yet. I want you, Dr. Bill, are you going to get in on this, or are you going to be? I'd review your Google Pay permissions. Oh, you're talking to the other guy. Okay.
Are you seeing DJ Eric's comments?
No.
I'm seeing them on Facebook.
I unblocked him. I can't do anymore. Bob showed me how to unblock him, and I did. So, but I'm still not. So, what's DJ saying?
He said I go to Sam's Club to get chicken for $5, and that'll last him a week. And he said,
he's had weight loss surgery too. So yeah, that Costco chicken, he'll get 3 or 4 meals out of that.
Are you seeing that on Facebook or on YouTube?
Yeah, Facebook. And he also said, how's the game, Lord Bob? PS5 or Xbox?
I have both.
There you go. There you go. I have relayed your question.
Which portion do you have, Bob? Have you got the XR5 or the PR54? Well, I got both.
I got both.
I couldn't make up my mind. As a dealer, just bring them both. Shit, one of these days I'll sell one of the other ones.
There you go. So that hold on. Once you put that back down, now you see the names have been corrected on the.
Am I still birthday boy? Let's see, cheesecake crumb, cheesecake crumb, dude. Well. There's some of us out there like cheesecake. Just so y'all know, there are some people out there that like cheesecake crumbs. So don't be down on yourselves. Don't be down on yourself.
There are a few people out there.
How many people did I send? And I think I sent it to Coltrane and Bob. An interview I did in 1999. Did I send you all that? That my hidden guy that's loading up the TikTok. I think it's on TikTok.
Yeah. I saw that you sent.
Hey, what, man? I step back. I don't mean to blow myself. You know me. I'm not into that.
It's such an unusual occurrence. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like to blow myself. Something about it just seems creepy. Seems creepy to do that. And I watched that interview. I was impressed. Number one, it was a long interview, and that I got all that shit in from memory. And I don't know if I could do one because now it just has to be. Because that was all shit I was told to say, or at least this topic. Today I would have forgot 4 of those topics and just focused on one topic and talked a lot about that topic. But I'm listening to this interview and going, God damn, I can't believe I got all that shit in. And one more thing before I go, God damn, how did I remember all that shit? Because Cornell will just see in the back. Okay, Kenny, you got to cover this, make sure to talk about that. Okay, get this in, and then wrap up with this. And I might add, I've had some good hair days in my day. That day of that interview, that's as good a hair as I ever showed up to TV with, because it was always unair conditioned and hot as shit in there. It must have been a cool day because the hair wasn't just oozing of sweat that day. I told you, David Ruffin and the Temptations. Me, the hair. What you talking about, Jazzy Jana?
Yeah. Unless we're the Temptations.
That could be. Maybe she's talking about us.
Okay, so has anybody else contributed? Let me see, because right now
we're the Temptations.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Float on. At least you're not the floaters. You want to be that.
The drifters.
The drifters. Or if you've seen the documentary, and I have, because Nicole Scherzinger is from Louisville. We used to be friends on Facebook years ago. Then she got a little big for me, not weight-wise, just star-wise. And she even came to a couple of OVW shows back in the day when she was with a group called, what were they called? Oh, no, the Pussycat Dolls is what made her famous. She was with another group where she started getting her fame. Something. Hey, Google, what was Nicole Scherzinger's first musical group?
Eden's Crush.
Eden's Crush.
Oh, I remember that group.
They were good.
Yeah, they were hot for about 2 years.
Began working on her own songs and demos. It was around that time.
Yeah, 2001, 2002.
Television show.
Yeah, she auditioned for Pop Stars.
Aspiring singers competing to become members of a new group.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Chosen in the group, Eden's Crush was an instant success.
And let's see if we can get validation here of what I'm saying. Hey, Google.
Will I Am wanted her to be
Nicole Scherzinger ever live in Louisville?
According to Wikipedia, at age 6, they moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where her mother was a clerk and her stepfather was a welder.
Okay.
She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii.
I knew she was from Hawaii. Her father's name was Gary Scherzinger and was adopted by Nicole. Well, hang on. Okay, Nicole was 2 years old. Rosemary then married German-American Gary Scherzinger. Well, my parents are of German descent. And they adopted Nicole, and who eventually took the surname. She has a younger sister, Keela. I don't know anything about Keela. At age 6, they moved to Louisville, and her mother was a clerk, and her father was a welder. Okay. But yeah, she would come back to Louisville from time to time, and she went to a couple of OVW shows back when I think we just got Rico, just had got Cena, and I think Brock and Randy. That was when we had our core group, and so we would communicate a little bit on Facebook back and forth. And when she hit the Pussycat Dolls, I didn't hear much from her anymore. Her people would write me; it wouldn't be her. The people would write.
That happens.
Yeah, she attended YPAS. Boy, I'm from Louisville, but you're gonna have to help me out on that one, Maker. So I'm meeting my Maker, Bob. Okay. Bob, you're not in dark mode, are you?
I'm not in dark mode tonight.
Why are you not in dark mode?
You know Wikipedia is not in dark mode for some reason. Let me go refresh this.
I'm not on Wikipedia enough. I'm not on the Wikipedia enough to know if it has a dark mode or not.
Get on here, Wikipedia. There we go.
Oh, Wikipedia.
She let's see.
Let's see here. Is this the PayPal I use? Apparently Jeanette. Okay.
I got one of those there?
She toured with the American rock band Days of the New before finding modest success with Eden's Crush.
Days of the New. Is that what
Can you help me with ricing? Okay. Now this is from Jeanette. Can you help me with ricing gas? I want a small feed the family here. It's a very poor situation. Most of the 3 kids 4 years old, no food. The mother asking me for 300 pesos to buy medicine for her granddaughter, and she has a fever, and the baby is going on 1 year old.
As long as she gets 500 pesos back from the loan.
Yeah.
We're going to be Filipino loan sharks.
Well, I mean, there's
That's the way it works over there.
Right?
Well, it's like loaning Trump money. You can charge what you want. You ain't gonna get none of it back. I saw her watching the show, so that's what she's actually asking for help for someone. Well, apparently she needs honey, can you help me with rice and gas? Well, that's about $60 minimum. Helping small family here. She's very poor, bad situation. Mostly she has 3 kids, 4 years old. They have no food. The mother is asking for 300 pesos for rice and medicine for her granddaughter. That's $6, guys. Okay. So that's on top of the other situations that we have. Ruby May, we got to get her transportation home and some rice for her so she can eat during her school week. Eunice, I'm just buying her 4 pair of shorts for $4. I think we will pull through that one. And okay, Jelly Bean. Bob, I think we have an electric bill over there and a gate and a lock to get. Do we have a total on that yet?
The electric bill, I think, was $1,100, and the gate and the lock was like $1,750.
So we're looking at a grand total of about $60.
So I need to send her about $60. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right.
Now her electric bill's not due until like next week, the 30th.
Yeah, the 29th or the 30th, I think, is what I read. Okay.
But the gate thing, could really probably be done sooner rather than later. So that she has no lock on the gate. Well, she has no.
That kind of defeats the purpose of everything that's been done, right?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, you've got some money coming your way from something else. I'm waiting on 2 refunds that should be hitting in 5 days or less. So when I get those refunds, I'll get you taken care of on that. And T-Maker's going to do something special for us next week. And I will go halves with you on that gate. So that'll take some of the sting out of the gate and the lock. So put me down for that. And then the money I've told you about on that other project. And then we got our big names going to start rolling in here within the next couple of weeks. Hopefully the fans will support those shows. Yeah, I know we're members only. Well, get a membership. That's one way to do that.
Yeah, tomorrow, I think I'll finish getting all the shows that previous shows, get them in the membership.
Previously on the Bowling Alley that you didn't see.
Yeah, that you won't see because I'll have them in the members only.
Yeah, there you go. I haven't even broadcast on Twitter. We're just slapping those people in the face because they're obviously not coming over here and getting memberships. So
no, they're just over there probably yucking.
Freeloading is what they're doing. Speaking of freeloading, we gave Facebook a full run tonight. We let them hang in there for the whole time tonight. Yeah, well, it's a Saturday night show, and
it's a Saturday night. They ain't got nobody.
I also sent out a bunch of links to some of
they got no money because they ain't donating.
Well, I'm always looking for a way to save money, and I'm using the Klarna a lot now. Is it called Klarna? I sent you a link to it, Bob. Do you have the Klarna?
You did send the link.
Can we pay the Filipinos?
I use
Can we do that?
Yeah, I usually just pay things like for them when I get them because I'm kind of like that. I don't recommend using Klarna in multiple accounts. I think if there's something out there you want, and if you know, well, I'm going to get 6 more paychecks because it's paying 4 over 6 weeks. So I look at it this way, and I only do 1 account per time. You're an idiot if you do 4, 5, 6 of the always only $19 every 2 weeks because you run up enough of those and that $19. I won't name any names, but I used to be married to someone who did that exact same thing. Because she would go to QVC and she would buy things where they would have 4 easy pays. And I'd say, but you still got to pay for all of it eventually. Yes. And just because you break it into 4 payments doesn't mean that you can charge up your full credit card.
Then you got the infamous interest-free payments and then after that they hit you with 37%
with all of the interest and all the retroactive interest
daily. Retro interest. Like Trump is paying $270,000 a day in attorney's fees and right around $130,000 a day in interest charges on all the money he owes. Every day it goes by, he owes another $130,000. Every day that goes by, attorneys get $270,000. So that's $400,000 a day for attorney's fees and the late charges. Over $100,000.
Gosh, if Blockbuster charged that much in late charges, they'd still be in business.
They probably, well, either that or no, they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't have collected it.
Well, they just be like Donald Trump. Be like Donald Trump. Pay your bill.
This is what amazes me is they're trying to get someone to put up this bond. They're like, well, the bond gets paid in case Trump doesn't pay. What do you mean, like in case Trump doesn't pay?
In case Trump
when he doesn't pay, you're on the hook for it.
He fucked over Mexican builders, construction workers that would build, that helped build his buildings and do the wiring and the electricity, and he fucked them over coming up with some technicality why he wasn't going to pay. It wasn't done right. They put that socket in the wrong place. Well, that wasn't code wiring or what. Well, he wasn't paying for code wiring.
It's exactly what you're supposed to put in. Yeah, see? You didn't put in code wiring.
Yeah, you should have went by your own advice, not mine. Like that attorney advice I've been getting. It's all been bad advice. Hobbit might be the worst, most arrogant. I don't use the C word often, but boy, if I was going to use it, it'd be on her. My God. Just an irritated shitbag.
No, we're not ready to go off the air yet, Paul. So just hang on for a few minutes.
No. Wait till we get ready to go off the air. Then we're going to let you talk about it all you want. All you want.
All right, Jelly Bean, your electric bill is going to be paid. So
let's get the show, guys.
Check your thing.
Now, did we just do the electric bill or did we do the gate too?
I did both.
Because I want to be half a gatekeeper.
Half a gatekeeper.
I'm going to meet my maker earlier this month.
Yep. So it's still not showing up, Eric. I don't know why. I'm seeing it.
Well, YouTube, Bob coached me on how to unblock you. I didn't even know that I was blocking you people. And then I saw we're gonna keep that person blocked. It was a matter of fact, we kept everybody blocked but you, I think.
Yeah.
And
so what?
I did not know that I blocked you through the Google. I didn't know that, but you have been unblocked on Google.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
Well, does he have money to give? Is he making a donation? No. If he made a donation, we'd see it.
Yeah, well, no, we did not, because he did a super chat and we did not see that. So,
oh yeah,
I'll do some more digging, Eric. I can't figure out why it's not coming through.
Well, hang on here. Mylene's in here. Y'all see Mylene? She's in.
So the question is, which game would you call the shocker of the NCAA tournament?
Well, Oakland over Kentucky is a pretty good one.
Whoever Duquesne
BYU, you can't beat BYU, right?
Well,
almost
few people picked that one, and I didn't have the guts to do it.
Yeah, I was leaning toward picking Duquesne.
And I'll tell you who else almost picked. Now, I don't know if they won or not. I tried to pull the trigger on Grand Canyon. Did Grand Canyon win or not?
Grand Canyon won. They beat St. Mary's.
I was going to pull the trigger on them. I did not pick them on our sheet. I did pick them on the ESPN sheet. Because on the ESPN sheet, I kind of did more of my heart picks, and my head picks were this one. And so I took Grand Canyon. I still didn't take Oakland over Kentucky. I thought about it. I had them hovered, and I thought about that too. They're not going to beat Kentucky, and then God damn it, NC State I picked. NC State an 11 seed.
Yale upsetting Auburn's a pretty big upset.
Oh, have you seen what Kenny Smith has been doing to Charles Barkley? Because Charles Barkley's Auburn, and then Kenny and what's Little John known for saying? Yeah, or whatever he does. Kenny Smith. Now, who was it? Kenny Smith, and who's the main guy from TBS that does the announcing there with Barkley and?
Geez, what's his name?
Hall of Fame. Harry Carey.
No, God, I had it to you. Said Harry
not Skip Carey, or who is it?
No, it's
Skip Carey.
God, damn it!
He just got put in the Hall of Fame. God. He's the main studio guy.
Ernie Johnson.
Yeah, EJ Johnson. Ernie Johnson's father, I think, also broadcast. I think with the Braves or somebody. So Ernie Johnson is he's feeding Kenny Smith lines. And for those of you that know who Little John is, he's the one that does shots, and he always goes, yeah, or however he says it. So they said, Kenny Smith, who was that beat Auburn today? He goes, Yale. So they must have fed him 30 times that he could lean over in Barkley's face and go, who was that beat Auburn today? Yale. And so he's copying Little John, and he admits that where he got it from. So Yale has been the big one on those shows here recently. But yeah, that was a pretty good one. I did not have the guts to pick Yale. I was for Yale, but I didn't have the guts to pick them. And then what was that other SEC team that was also on a shocker? And then Alabama got a run for their money yesterday too. From some.
Well, let's see. A&M beat Nebraska, which was
now see that was the one I felt good about because I watched Nebraska play, and they got that guy called the Asian Seth Curry.
Yeah.
And I said that motherfucker will beat him by himself if they don't guard him. So I did pick Nebraska over A&M, and I was wrong.
James Madison beat Wisconsin.
That was a bit. A lot of people were picking James because every year there's a 12 that'll beat a 5 almost every fucking year.
Yeah,
a lot of people were picking James Madison, but I didn't. I didn't think that.
NC State beat Texas Tech. Oklahoma, Kentucky.
Hey, NC State.
Colorado beat Florida.
That's
another
10-7.
Well, it was a 10 and a 7, so it wasn't a giant upset.
The experience of the SEC, the schedule they play, I didn't think Colorado, even though it was a 10-7. I did not think they would have the ball.
Managed to choke off against Utah State.
I was giving Bob shit over because that was Bob. Yeah. That was my son's boys against Bob's boys because Bob was talking about how they're just down the street from him. Yeah. And Chris says, he said, man, they're not going to beat
Kansas. Oregon beat South Carolina.
Not only
11-6.
You're drifting off the Utah State game a little bit. Let's go back.
Sorry, I'm just doing about those updates.
I'm sending Bob screenshots of this ass whipping. Utah State and Utah State was down 6-8 points there either early in the second half, late in the first half. They were down 6 or 8. I thought TCU was going to get them, and those motherfuckers went on a run. They went on like a 22-1 run or something.
Yeah,
and they just
State beat Texas Tech. So I think Texas is the only.
So they got your Texas team too, huh? Because you said you like Texas Tech even better than TCU.
Well, I mean, my wife was a Texas Tech fan. She went to Texas Tech, so I kind of root for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Colorado State, and they got their ass kicked in the first round. So
who beat Colorado State?
Texas.
The Long Dicks.
Texas Long
Dicks. Yeah.
Yeah. So Texas and Tennessee.
Mark Henry's team. He's a big long.
Mark Henry. He's a guest coming up on our show, by the way.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, we have 8 big guests. Well, we have 7 big guests and a poser. We have Mr.
By the way,
2 posers.
No, whoa, hold up. Just to show y'all, I have somewhat of a heart, and that I listen to my people. I listen to my cheesecake crumbs. I do. Cheesecake 1, cheesecake 2.
Yeah,
I have decided that due to the bitching and moaning and whining and crying and protesting that went on this show the other day. This is the majority rules. And 2 of you are going to bitch, whine, crying, and moan if I bring this racist motherfucker on the show. Even though you said, well, he did say that about Virgil. Yeah, by the way, my son got a big kick out of that. It was Virgil. Yeah, it was. And then the other guy is a Trump supporter, right? Yeah. So, and I stick to who gives a shit who steals a fucking gimmick. All the goddamn gimmicks are stolen. But y'all brought up a good point, and I will no longer invite that person on the show.
All right. So we do have Mr. Kennedy coming on.
Whoa. I give you all what you want, and you blow by that like I didn't do jack.
No. I wish you knew how to work, Kenny.
I was
going to get to the list. See, I have this list.
Yes.
Of people. And
did you
number
check it
one?
Twice?
Well, yes, I just checked it a second time.
When I got to the
when I got to the point where there was a name that was eliminated, I was going to make a big deal about it. And then we got, we don't have him.
You forgot to smarten up the smart person. See, if you'd done that.
Yeah, I thought you were so smart you didn't need smartening up.
Well, apparently not. Timmy John looking motherfucker.
Can he just go with what I say?
The line of the night on the last show. Yeah, the line of the night on the last show was when I showed the picture. You shouldn't have shown that picture.
Yes.
Chris got a kick out of that one too. He shouldn't have shown that picture.
You won't get a diamond. When When this one wins, you're not going to get a dime of that, Bolin.
That kind of seals Kenny's case there from what y'all were saying earlier. Looks, yep, that's pretty.
It's time for the Aussie Rules football report. Let's just go back to Aussie Rules.
There's never time for that. Stop it. Quit being a hater. Mylene's in here. She don't want to hear about no fucking Australian rules football. She's
probably a fan. Can you
bring up her picture? I went to show Mylene her picture, and then I got lost and showed your doppelganger.
Mylene. No idea what you're talking about.
Show that picture. I wouldn't have brought that one up.
That picture got deleted somehow. I don't know.
Didn't know what Bolin was talking about till you showed that picture.
There's Mylene with a little.
That's
kid.
not Timmy John, by the way. It's Mylene over and slap your face.
Mylene
and the only Bolin kid in the world that that looks like if me and Mylene had a night of passion somewhere near Calbiog City, that might have been the product of that night of action. I don't know. Got some good looking hair on him.
Does
Mylene look sober in that picture? Did I take advantage of that woman? I don't know. Maybe she took advantage. Maybe I've been drinking.
Yeah, maybe the 13-year-old loves you, but
I'm stepping out of that one.
13.
She's
they love you like a daddy because she's 14, right?
Yeah.
And because you're so good.
Well, if I had hooked up with her mother is Hart, right? Yeah, it's Hart.
Hart, yes.
If I'd hooked up with Hart, I could see something like that being the product of that action. I could see that.
You could have hooked up with Jelly Bean. You'd have had a little jar of the Explorer.
Speaking of your daddy. little JB over there. JB Wentworth. She needs cash now. Oh, shit. I still got basketball to watch. Oh, Bob, we need to make $10 more. StreamYard just took another payment out. God damn it.
Oh, well. Somebody out there better donate.
Somebody better donate $10. Come on, Paul RJ. Sergeant. We just lost some of our money. Fucking StreamYard wanting us to pay for this shit.
Donate that $25 Australian review so we get the 10.
Did you notice, Bob, that we now broadcast in the 1080p? Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
We were 720p forever and ever, and the reason we weren't 1080p because we got to pay like $45 a month to get that. When did they convert us over to the free 1080p?
I don't know. They probably looked at us and said, that Bolin guy, he is so good looking. We have to put him in.
So you talk with the StreamYard people like I do then?
All the time.
They just call me Mr. Good Looking. I don't even.
They got me on speed dial. They say, "Hey Bob, what things can we not do that you want to implement now?"
No. I've heard your all's conversations with Mr. Razor, sir. Adolph Razor, they call him down in Texas. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I'll look up and he's just gone.
Paul's got the 720p. Well, we're 1080p over here. I've been watching me in the 1080. Maybe you don't have the updated YouTube down there in Kangarooville. So let's talk about Australian rules rugby. It sucks. Back to you and the weather.
Sure. Yeah.
And with that, we'll be back on Tuesday.
Back Tuesday. Yeah, we gave them 90 minutes tonight. 93 minutes is what we gave them. So
we got two
I will need to send you the Ruby May money. Who else? Chinny I can take care of. She's got the pay of PAL. One other young lady that's needing help tonight wrote me. She's got PayPal. Ruby May, they only have the cash of G. They've only got the who all did I have on here that we got to do shit for?
Let's see, we had Cheska's mom. Was it Cheska's?
No,
mom?
we already took care of Cheska's mom. Chinny's mom. You get your Chinnies and your Cheskas.
I get my ches confused.
You get you're missing
my Chia Pets.
So not only do they have that kangaroo rugby down there. They only got the 720p when the rest of us are. I mean, it ain't gonna be long
showing
before
Hogan's
we're gonna be
Heroes
in
as its first
4K.
run.
Sergeant Schultz.
They're just now.
He's still watching Hogan's Heroes in 380p.
You know what? I saw it on MeTV. There was like a Hogan's Heroes thing, and I just started to watch a couple of them like the other night. It really was a pretty damn funny show.
Oh my God, I never missed Hogan's Heroes.
It comes on at 9 o'clock.
Colonel LaBeouf. Now, see, I have MeTV, but only through my antenna.
You know,
they don't have it on YouTube.
Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink, is Jewish.
He was great.
He's Jewish. And so he insisted
so was Leon
he would only play the
Astin,
character.
the little fella.
The Hochstetter, Major Hochstetter. Yeah, Major Hochstetter was a Jewish actor, and the guy that played Burkhalter was a Jewish actor.
Well, it is Hollywood, Bob.
Well,
throw a cat. You're gonna hit one.
Was too.
Werner and LeBeau actually was a concentration camp. He had a tattoo on there from concentration camp.
Damn.
But
and he only died.
Werner Klemperer said that the only way he would do the show would be if Klink never came out on top. He had to always be the butt of the joke.
He had to be the bumblefuck.
Never came out on top.
He never did.
Klemperer would stop the show. So
the guy that replaced whenever Schultz fucked up, where was Schultz going to be sent to, or Hogan?
Russia, the Russian front.
I'll send you to the Russian front. I don't know where that was, but it didn't sound good.
That's why the show was always set in a winter time. Every episode, you look, there's snow. It was always set in the wintertime to make it reinforce how the Russian front was.
This young man here, by the way, he's the semi-local comedian here that very religious young man, very religious young man who is married to a Filipino. Just had a baby recently. I think it's mine, but I'd never checked.
The only surviving member of the Hogan's Heroes cast is the guy that replaced Kenneth Washington, the guy that replaced Ivan Dixon.
Really? He's the only survivor. The black man, you're saying?
The replacement black guy.
So all the white people are dead, you're telling me?
All of them. Plus the one black
dead but him. The whole
wait a minute. I didn't realize the black man was replaced. Can we show me the original? I know the original because the original black man had the cool hat, right? With the fluff and the I remember him. Show me the replacement black man. I don't know if I remember him.
Yeah, it was kind of like the two Lionels, like the.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, he didn't.
No, wait a minute. There's two Lionels.
He kind of had more of a baby face than.
Oh yeah, I didn't like Lionel number 2. I didn't like Lionel number 2. Yeah, I didn't like.
I didn't either.
2. Well, you know what? Who was your favorite Darren though? Who was your favorite Darren?
I like
the first second one. I like the first Darren, but everybody says the second one was better. I like the first one. I like the first one.
I don't think the second one was good at all. Matter of fact, it turned me off from watching it.
Yeah,
because, Darren's actually on a lot of Hitchcock episodes.
Well, he was there the longest. He was there for all the color episodes.
Yes.
And of course, there's that movie about Bewitched.
I think the original one hurt his back or something like that.
Is that what happened?
And actually, he actually got addicted to painkillers because of a back injury, and so that's kind of what kept him off the show. So let me show you the guy.
Nobody's covered the StreamYard payment yet. It's $10 fucking, and not one of you stepped up.
So there's Kenneth Washington. He played the replacement.
You know what? What I thought the hat I thought he wore was the collar of his jacket because I remember the fluff.
Right. So now Ivan Dixon was.
Show me Ivan, Uncle Ivan.
He had the sweet ass mustache.
Yeah.
You know
what? Like Carl Weathers.
I remember him, but I didn't realize he replaced the other guy.
No, this was the main character. This was the guy that was on
the other way around.
He was the main character.
Yeah, and the other guy, this guy's the one.
So he replaced the other guy. I remember him better than I do the other guy.
He was only on one season.
It was the final.
He was only on one season.
Yeah.
Well, but that one stuck with me the longest, I guess. All right. Oh, and Richard Dawson was so good. I forgot all about Richard Dawson. Richard was great on that show.
Can you believe this dude made it to 94?
He was the Kenny Bolin. He was the one running all the scams and meat opportunities, and he was running all that shit.
So
He just died like
Robert
2 years
Clary,
ago,
who
didn't he?
was
He didn't do much after that, did he?
Died 2022.
He was in the episode
But you know what?
of
He looks dead like Corporal LaBeouf there. He looks dead like him.
Major Hochstetter.
he was on Bonanza a couple of times, and then he was on Wanted Dead or Alive. A lot of the
By the way, Bob will have to check my math on this. I was watching Bonanza the other day, and I sent my son the picture of one of the characters. Couldn't think of his name at the time, and then I'm going, well, God damn it, you know what? He was co-stars with Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven.
Oh, French Stewart.
Victor French.
Victor French. Yeah, French
So
Stewart.
I'm watching Bonanza the other day, and as a joke, I said, I guarantee goddamn to you, Victor French is in this episode. I want you to know they're at a campfire, and Victor French is starting shit with everybody. He's just getting heat. Nobody likes him. Victor French is just and Matt Dillon. You need to sit down. You need to shut your mouth. And he says, "What are you going to do about it if I don't? You don't want to find out." You know, Matt Dillon going, I'll fucking kill you. I got a gun. I'm a United States Marshal. I'll bury you out here, motherfucker. Is what Matt Dillon said.
This is the guy we're talking about.
That must be the last.
That motherfucker must have been in 60% of the bonanzas ever made, and he would either be the worst heel ever, a big baby face,
or the kindest guy ever,
or the comedy of that episode, because he did so many funny. Because he kept saying, if I live to be 1,000 years old, and that was one of the comedy ones. But I think I just saw a picture of him from Gunsmoke. That third one in black and white, I almost guarantee you that's from Gunsmoke. Yeah. I almost guarantee.
Well, he was in all the Little House on the Prairies too.
And he was never. He was not a reoccurring character. He was always a different character.
Yeah,
see how many
they used to recycle a lot of people back then.
How many episodes? Was on Gunsmoke? It's got to be 10 or more. It's got to be 10 or more.
Look him up on IMDb.
14 years. It might be 20.
Well, Gunsmoke ran for 20 years. 20
Bonanza ran 14.
Well, I don't know how many Bonanzas he was in, but he was in a lot of fucking Gunsmokes. I was more addicted to Gunsmoke than I was Bonanza. And my problem with Bonanza is I didn't like the funny episodes. I like the I want Little Joe getting his ass whipped by somebody, and Hoss has to come in.
111 episodes of Highway to Heaven.
Yeah,
they were trying to find that French lady's dog. That one was funny.
Gunsmoke,
you saw him whoop somebody's ass.
There it is, 18. I said it had to be 10 or more. Motherfucker did 18 episodes. Has 18 different characters.
He was in one episode of Kung Fu.
Oh, I'd watch that just to see him in it. How many episodes? He had to have done Bonanza, did he not? Because he ended up with Michael Landon. Did he do any Bonanzas?
Let's see.
Motherfucker's got a hell of a career.
In one episode.
Was he in at least one? He was in Batman.
All right, so let's hold on. Let me go back. So we'll scroll to the bottom here. Reader's Digest, Magnificent Seven, Hazel, Clown the Kid, Donna.
Oh my God, he was in Hazel. Oh my God, I didn't know he was in Hazel.
That's way old.
Yeah, I thought I saw Get Smart.
77 Sunset Strip.
Okay. I don't remember that.
The Virginian, No Time for Sergeants, Wagon Train, Logan's Hero.
The Virginian was famous for what? I've talked about it on the show before.
Being 90 minutes long.
The only 90-minute Western ever. The Virginian.
Yeah. It was in an episode of Mr. Ed.
Name me 3 characters from the Virginian.
The Virginian, the West Virginian.
You mean no?
Maryland.
They hated him. They hung him.
The landowner.
Yeah.
The foreman.
Okay. All right. Who was the second most famous character on the Virginian? We'll do that.
I never really watched that one much.
And I'll give you a hint. He also started. Well, not counting the guy on the right. The guy on the right was pretty famous too. The guy I'm thinking of also starred in Humanoids from Beneath the Deep.
Lee J. Cobb.
No, well, Lee J. Cobb's the old guy on the right. He was pretty famous too.
James Drury was the Virginian.
James Drury was the Virginian. Now, who also starred in Humanoids from Beneath the Deep?
Could not even begin to tell you.
His character name was Trampus, and his name was Doug McClure. Call me out on it, because I didn't even see it listed there. But yeah,
I
Doug
said Doug
McClure.
McClure.
Known for, let's go look here.
What else?
Another guy who's been on a lot of shows. So
yeah, Doug McClure. Oh, Doug McClure was in a lot of shit. Magnum PI. Doug McClure says he was in.
Yeah,
know that.
So that was on the Fall Guy. Too Close for Comfort.
He was on Too Close. Well, we got to get her on the show because
Simon.
Yeah, the blonde and I are friends on Twitter, and we chat from time to time. I got to get her on the show. That would be fun. Bob would love that show. The bad thing is it's going to be hard for me to not talk to her about Ted Knight, aka Ted Baxter. Yeah, Lydia Cornell, I think's your name. And we chatted recently. I'm still trying to get her on the show. A lot of people think JJ Bullock was gay.
Married to Monroe.
You know that? Did you know that? A lot of people think JJ Bullock was gay.
A lot of people think that. I don't think
Who's that?
Gay. He was just a very flamboyant character.
No, JJ Bullock was gay.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
look at him. Look at him.
Right.
Now is that guy gay? He doesn't even look gay.
You got me. But I don't think he was ever openly gay in any episodes, was he? But then again,
he was in Ron and Laura Take Back America, so of course, he got to have been.
But then again, neither was Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde was never openly gay. He was one of the big stars on Bewitched, quite a bit, reoccurring character.
And the Center Square.
Center Square.
God, he was gay.
Who's that?
Yeah, Paul Lynde was. Paul Lynde was. He just wasn't.
Yeah, Paul Lynde was, and so was Jim J. Bullock.
Was he with Charles Nelson Riley?
While he was on Too Close for Comfort, Jim J. Bullock learned he was HIV positive.
Yeah, there you go.
His partner of 6 years, John Casey, not John Kasich. Just, I don't want you to think it was the governor of Ohio.
Well, I begged for $10 more, and guess what? We did not.
Stories. We also didn't find out who was on Humanoids of the Deep.
We have given you the. All right, we got to wrap this up because I got a lot of basketball to watch and I'm hungry and my cat's clawing me. Apparently wanting cottage cheese.
Vic Morrow was on Humanoids of the Deep.
Who?
Joe, you weren't thinking of Vic Morrow?
No, James Drury. Not James Drury, but Doug McClure was in Humanoids from Beneath the Deep.
Okay, Humanoids from the Deep.
Uh-huh. Well, Humanoids from the Deep. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it because he was in it quite a bit with his shirt off, and I remember his girlfriend got raped by one of the humanoid monsters.
Doug McClure as Jim Hill.
Yep.
Ann Turkle is Dr. Susan Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Vic Morrow is Hank Slattery.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of other people were in there. Some of them aren't even out.
Who's the Asian girl on the far right up here on the screen? Kind of a stunning look. It looks familiar. What's her name?
Wait. You're seeing a different screen than I am? Oh, wait. I'm on a different screen.
More to explore. Yeah, who's she? Yeah. She looks familiar.
She's wow. I don't know, but there's definitely more to explore there.
Ooh, that.
Now go back to that picture.
If that didn't snap Jim J. Bullock out of it, I don't know what would.
That is Kaya Scodelario.
I've heard that name. I just don't know from what.
Kaya Scodelario.
Big Netflix stuff.
Her father's English, her mother's Brazilian and Italian, Portuguese. She's known for
Paul RJ. Good God, Paul RJ claims he worked with Mary Tyler Moore. You might have worked with somebody that had that name. You didn't work with Mary Tyler Moore. Stop. Good dude. And if you worked with her, it means you got paid. What did you get paid to work with Mary Tyler Moore? Do you not realize what I do on this show? I investigate people. I call people out for being fucking liars. You did not work with Mary Tyler Moore. She's a friend of mine. She'd have told me. She also told me she didn't like Australian rules football.
She was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
She said it's fucking kangaroo rugby is what she told me it was.
All I know is that's a.
What'd you get paid to work with Mary Tyler Moore, Paul? Fucking liar. Nothing I hate worse than a liar than an Australian liar.
A scam liar.
No, you didn't. Quit lying, Paul. Now you're making me mad. Trying to coattail ride off Mary Tyler Moore. I worked with her. What'd you get paid? What'd you do? What was the project? What was the show? Not that you offered her money on the street for sex. That don't count. That's not working with her.
No, he worked with her. He bought a DVD of the Mary Tyler Moore.
Bought a DVD. Watched around the television, the cellular vision that they call it over there. Are y'all up to 19 inches over there yet? And I'm not talking about your kangaroo cocks. I'm talking about the televisions.
Now. We don't know how long.
I don't like him. He always comes in here trying to blow the show up, talking about that Australian bullshit.
Yes, I did. I effing did, he said.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're a liar. We had somebody else come on his show once and made a bunch of outrageous statements. We called him out. It turned out we were right.
Go ahead. You go after it.
Well, look,
there you go.
Bob, Stat Boy 2. Go into the Google machine, enter the word Paul RJ, and see who he worked with. And guess whose name ain't going to come up? Mary Tyler fucking Moore's name is not going to come up. He didn't work with her. He'd be in the credits somewhere if he did. Everybody I worked with, I come up in the credits. I'm in DVDs I didn't know I was in. It was a B. No. Mary Tyler Moore didn't do B-grade movies, you lying fuck.
What was the name of the movie?
Oh, and it was you don't know the name of the movie. It was a B-grade American movie that they would let you in. A kangaroo clocker. Come on. You lying to us, Paul. What was the name of the movie? Send me the DVD.
What's the name of the movie, man? You got to have the credit to you.
Come on. Yeah, if you ran it, if you worked with her, you got a credit in there somewhere. Give it to me. I worked with one of the guys. No, you didn't work with the guy from Adam 12. Neither one of them. The good looking one or the ugly one.
Which one?
Kent McCord was one of them. What was the other one's name? Kent McCord was the old
something
one.
Mancow.
Probably. Paul,
something Mancow.
Bob's way off. He had to go to the bathroom. So one Adam 12. What was Kent McCord and what was the other one's name? Paul
Martin Milner. Martin Milner was the other guy.
I'm thinking Emergency. Never mind.
You're talking Emergency. It was Randolph Mantooth. McCord was the younger one.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
There you go.
Martin Milner was the
other
guy.
I was on the crew. Wasn't that easy to say? I was on the crew. Who wasn't?
Yeah. It was a B-grade American movie that they showed at a theater. That they showed at a theater I went to. So I worked with her because I was selling popcorn there at the time.
I was in the first season.
I worked with Goldberg because I was working security at the building that night.
Well, what did you play? What did you play? The deformed kangaroo, the one that couldn't put a thought process together?
I worked with Steve Austin because one night he walked past me at a high school when he was wrestling in Texas before he hit it big.
Well, it's like when I say I managed Brock Lesnar. Kenny, did you manage Brock Lesnar? Yeah, I managed not to get my ass whipped the whole time I worked with him. Of course, I managed. Did the same thing with Randy Orton. I managed not to get my ass whipped. Of course, I managed him. Within the first season of Farscape. Well, great. What the fuck is Farscape? It sounds like a far-fetched story to me. So what's Farscape? What did you do? You were in it. It was some daytime movie directed. Y'all no inconvenient. I think it went directly to your imagination.
Hold on. There's Farscape, a TV series. There was Farscape, a direct or a TV miniseries
starring Mary Tyler Moore. It just couldn't catch on. It just couldn't catch on for some reason.
Too many grunt answers, man. Just pull out your sheet and tell us what you've been in. The name of the production.
I'm sure you got a picture hanging up on your wall. You ain't got.
All right, hold on. So let me just look up.
Look it up, Bob. Look it up.
Paul's shoot name. I won't.
Now you've drug this show out. No one's donating. I think it's because Paul RJ showed up.
Well, let's go look and see if you have. Oh, he does have a. Hold on. He has a credit in IMDb under his shoot name,
which is Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, Kangaroo Jack. He's known for Scooter, Secret Agent.
Yeah,
Australian Rules.
Serenade. That disqualifies.
It does not have any little bit of Farscape on here.
No, nothing.
Camera and electrical department. Listen, additional crew on Scooter Secret Agent.
He was the additional crew.
It's like,
in other words, the
third prisoner. Third POW is something. What
Peter.
Prisoner of war.
Man at bar. He's a man at bar.
Man with head in the toilet throwing up. Good God. That's not YP today either.
It's IMDb. It's never wrong. It's like
IMDb.
Wikipedia.
Good God.
Never wrong. So there we go.
I have managed John Cena. I have beaten John Cena, and you're in here trying to say you worked with Mary Tyler Moore, trying to upstage me.
Mr. Kennedy, Disco Inferno, Conan, John Cena Sr., Dutch Mantel, Anthony Scaramucci, Mark Henry, and not
Mary Tyler Moore.
Or Mary Tyler Moore.
I'm going to get her on here to confront this line sack shit.
I think if you do that, that's going to be a hell of a get.
Mrs. Moore, do you know some kangaroo down in Australia?
Yeah, she
no. In this day of Photoshop, you expect me to believe any picture that you would produce? No.
Mary Tyler Moore died 7 years ago. Rather than work with Paul RJ, she croaked.
Did she die 7 years? The nerve. I was going to have her on the show too. Well, she misses out. Well, we're just going to put her in a category of that Patriot guy you like so well. If they got the nerve to die,
they can come on the show together.
They could have.
There you go.
I have the Photoshop to prove it.
I
love it when you guys argue.
Jelly Bean is trying to boost those Facebook numbers over there. Is what she's trying to.
Yes, she is. Yeah. 2 hours in here.
I have the pictures to prove it. Yeah. In this day and age, Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a video
Paul.
nowadays.
Unbelievable. Paul RJ to come in here and make such an outrageous claim. Bob can't find a speck of him on Farscape.
I've got the Chat GPT to prove it.
Paul might have starred in a movie called Foreskin. I could see him in that movie.
No, he wouldn't have been in that one. He'd have been in like Two Skin.
5 Head. Well, that's somebody else. All right. Well, only 3 of you donated tonight, and Lemon Head was one of them.
Good haul.
Yeah. All right.
We'll be back on Tuesday. May or may not have any kind of stuff to talk about.
Paul RJ, stay out of the fucking show and quit making up shit. Quit barging in here at the end of the show. Look, you made the show go a half hour longer to prove you didn't know Mary Tyler Moore.
Kenny, is there a mountain time in Australia?
I'm starting to wonder. We'll
be back on Tuesday.
We say good day.